Hello everyone and welcome to Science and Sorcery live from Dragonmeet 2024. Before we jump into this game, I just wanted to take a moment to say a big thank you to the Podcast Zone for having us at the convention for our show this year, where we had an absolute blast. Special thanks need to go to our guests, Taya Campbell-Over, the wonderful Naomi Clark for making Nando's happen so smoothly, and of course the incomparable Fiona Howat, Podcast Zone coordinator, who made this incredible space for so many amazing shows to be at the con this year. We hope you enjoy our chaotic playthrough of You Awaken in a Strange Place.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. We are 3 members of a 5-member team of Science and Sorcery, and a lovely guest is going to be playing this game with us today. My name is Sam, my pronouns are he, him. I am the regular producer for Science and Sorcery, and occasionally get the chance to be the GM and just destroy things for a while. So I'm really pleased to be here. I'm going to go down the line of our players to say hello, your name, pronouns, and where you're from.
Yes, my name is Alex, my pronouns are they, he, and I'm from Science and Sorcery and also Catering.
Hi, my name is Rachel, my pronouns are she and they, and yeah, Science and Sorcery / London.
Hi, I'm Taya, I am the special guest, I'm not a scientist. Shock horror. I am from Damsels in Dice Dress, who are all lovely and in the audience. And my pronouns are she, her.
I'm from Glasgow, since we're going with like where you're from.
Oh yeah, I'm from Portsmouth. That's apparently important.
Who here has played You Awaken in a Strange Place before?
Nice.
Who has no idea what to expect in the next hour or so?
Vaguely told.
Vaguely told, which is that makes sense for the game, like vaguely told.
Yeah.
Currently, we have no planned story, no planned characters, no planned idea of where it's all going to go. Over the time that we're playing this game with you, I am going to be looking for suggestions. I'm also going to be looking for you to change what I say. So in a second, we have 3 things that are on the board here, which are genre, an adjective, and a location. I'm going to be looking for them from you. Normally the players would do this, but I'm handing that power over to you all. And then we'll find out what our characters are going to be. So there's going to be a little bit of world building at the beginning. And a special rule that I'm going to introduce is that throughout the show, if I say something and you don't like it, I would like you to just shout out something else, and I will just change it. And we'll do something different. And for any one thing I say, you can do that twice. So you can't just change everything all the time. But the rule is that's for me, not for my players. So the players, they get to do what they want, but you can mess around with me. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Awesome, amazing. So You Awaken in a Strange Place means that we need to come up with where it's going to happen, what the genre is going to be, and something that describes the world. So I'm going to give someone a chance to shout out an adjective, any adjective at all.
Splendiferous.
Splendiferous. Can anyone beat splendiferous?
No.
Yeah, by design, I think. Location. Where is this all going to take place? Candyland.
Great
Nice.
choice.
Okay, splendiferous
choice.
Candyland. That's good. We can come up with that. And a genre.
Western.
A western. How do we feel about a western?
Yeah.
Okay. Sensitively.
Oh god.
Okay. Players, how do you feel about that? Are you happy with
Oh,
the
I'm
splendiferous
ready.
western and Candyland?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. You all need to think of some characters that you would like to play. We're going to give them some stats, things that they're good at and bad at. Does anybody have an immediate thought of who they would like to play in this game?
I need a name, but I've got the basic idea. I think I'm going to play a prospector.
Prospector.
yes.
Okay. So this is Candyland. What does this prospector look like?
They look like what's the? I'm on the spot now.
I mean, are they like an
look
old-timey...
like old-timey prospector, big old hat, dungarees without anything on underneath, and they are made of syrup. For some reason.
Made of syrup?
Yes.
Syrup, okay. Syrup, prospector. You don't have a name. What's his name? What do the audience think?
Crystal Joe.
Crystal Joe, the syrup prospector. Amazing. You have something like a think about what things you're good at and what you're bad at, and we'll come back to you in a second. Rachel, Taya, any thoughts that you have?
My first thought is I want to play a toffee.
A toffee.
That was my first
Okay.
instinct.
Yeah.
And I think I'm like a toffee creature that's like vaguely humanoid, anthropomorphic toffee. And like I've got a cute little dress on that's like a sweet wrapper, and it goes out like a little skirt. And I work in the local drinking establishment. I was trying to, what's the Western word for like a tavern?
A saloon.
A saloon, yeah.
Work in a
I
saloon.
pour the pints at the saloon. The pints of lemonade. The pints of pure sugar and syrup.
And what is this character's name?
Squiggly diddly.
Squiggly diddly.
Lovely.
Amazing.
Squiggly or squiddly?
Squiggly diddly.
Squiggly diddly.
And we have Crystal Joe.
Crystal Joe.
Crystal Joe.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wait, what are you made of again? You're gooey like syrup.
I'm made
Syrup
of syrup. And also
and
searching for
toffee.
syrup.
Amazing.
Rachel.
Okay, so we've got somebody that is really gooey, and there's someone that's really chewy. So I might go like the opposite direction, and I think I want to be like a lollipop again.
Yeah, Rachel's played this game before as a lollipop. So
I was
as
a
soon as I heard
lollipop
Candyland, it was perfect.
But it's a different kind of vibe.
Okay.
So because everything is splendiferous, I want her to be almost like, you know, a princess, and she'll have lots of like shiny candy jewels.
Okay. What's her name?
Lady Brittle.
Lady
Yes!
Brittle.
What about in the game?
Like it.
No, okay.
Lady Brittle the lollipop. Okay. Do you want to go through what you're good and bad at? And this is how we'll come up with our stats for if you're watching or listening along at home afterwards as well. Our players will have 4 stats. Something they're really good at and they'll get a +2 modifier. Something they're good at, +1. Something they're bad at, -1. And something they're terrible at, -2. Alex, did you have anything you think that you were really
I think
Yeah.
I'm really good at dynamite.
dynamite? Okay.
I think Lady Brittle excels in knife work.
Knife work, which
Yeah.
like, that opens you up to so many options of what that actually means.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Taya, Lady
Squiggly Diddly is really good at producing the exact beverage someone wants.
Like bartending, or just like the exact thing.
Yeah, she just has it on her.
Okay, drinks, like drink serving.
Drink serving.
We'll just call it drinks.
Drinks. I'm really good at beverages.
What are you good at? Does someone want to come back in on that?
Geology.
Geology. It's science and sorcery, and I'm gonna have to try and make this a sciencey story.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're good at rock stuff. Great. Rachel.
Lady Brittle. Can I do one that I'm bad at?
Yeah.
Diplomacy.
And are you just a little bad at that, or are you terrible?
Maybe I'm terrible. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
you can be
terrible.
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Taya.
I just had one. I'm fairly good at biting.
Oh yeah.
Biting. Mixes with drinks. Alex, do you have a good one?
Geology was my good one.
Oh, yeah,
My
sorry.
bad one is Crystal Joe is bad at social media.
Social media, right, okay.
Menace.
He's really not into Blue Sky.
Lady Brittle is good at social media.
Is Lady Brittle your social media moniker?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
At Lady Brittle.
At
At Lady Brittle.
Um,
At Brittle Babe.
Do you have something you're bad at?
No, I'm joking. I think Lady Brittle is bad at staying quiet.
Are you just playing yourself?
You're not supposed to tell everyone about my knife work.
Taya, what's something that Squiggly Diddly is bad at?
Horse wrangling.
Horse wrangling.
So good.
Yep. Okay, and back down the line for our terrible things. We've got 2 more to get
Yep.
from Alex and from Taya.
Crystal Joe is really bad at prospecting.
Bless his little heart. Gooey little heart.
That's really sad. What's something that Squiggly Diddly is really bad at?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Yeah, just the opposite ways round. Perfect. I will also give you 4 extras for free, and these are +0, so these are just other things you can do. Shooting with no G. Riding with no G. We're also going to have drinking
Amen.
with no G.
Yeah.
And what do we think? Final one from the audience. What could be a final stat?
Handshakes.
Handshakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. We've almost got our world. I need some lines about this world that are true. You get to decide something about Candyland Western that is true. Now, audience, you're going to get a chance to tell us one line as well. Something that is true about this world. Alex, do you have one?
Not yet.
Okay. Rachel.
It is true that every night at 6 p.m. there is a ball where everyone must dance the ukulele. You can decide what that is. I leave that up to you.
Yep. The ukulele ball.
Thank you.
Great. Taya, do you have one?
Yeah, I think that in this world, it's true that there are very frequent, intense earthquakes.
But I'm so brittle.
Okay. Alex, do you have one? We can come to the audience if we're
In this world, everyone is extremely hot.
Temperature-wise?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm going to interpret that in different ways because we have a syrup prospector.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Audience, what's our final thing about this world that is absolutely true? Licorice snakes rather than horses. Licorice snake.
Can I change my stat to licorice snake wrangling?
Snake wrangling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad at snake
Yeah.
wrangling.
Licorice snakes. Amazing. Okay, so now I have all this, and I need to come up with some form of story for us to do right now.
Okay.
If you've never engaged with science and sorcery before, we try to weave a science story through this. The boiling point of syrup, get your thermometers out. I think it's probably going to be a geology-based story, something about gold mining. We might go along those sorts of lines. We have 3 characters, but what do these characters want? Because they need a goal. What do we want them to try and achieve? Any thoughts?
World peace.
World peace is fine, like the ukulele
Your
ball and world
diplomacy.
peace.
Yeah. Oh. Put me in the back.
World peace, and I'm going to underline it 3 times. So,
Very big goal.
we need to start somewhere. World peace in Candyland Western. At some point, we're going to have the ukulele ball.
Yeah.
There'll be an earthquake, and it's very hot. And everybody's very hot, which just feels like this room. So, you awaken in a strange place. Aboard the top of a train that is moving at 120 miles per hour. At this point, squiggly diddly, you are running across the top of the train, and you're being pursued by a licorice man with a gun.
Oh my stars! I promise I didn't do it. I promise. And she's still running as she's just like trying to explain herself.
Okay, at the side of the train, we have on a licorice snake, we have our prospector, Crystal Joe. You are either going to be helping with Squiggly Diddly, or are you chasing? What do you reckon?
What in tarnation? Why? Why are you chasing that young lady along the top of the train?
Thank you.
And then inside the train, Lady Brittle, you're just enjoying some tea.
You
Yes.
can hear like sticky footsteps on the top.
I love that. Can I maybe flick a nail into the tea and it's like sugar, a little sugar lump?
We just like chip it off into the tea.
Yeah.
Across from you, there's just this very handsome man that you're enjoying tea with. He was like, "Oh, thank you, dear."
Oh, you're very welcome. I do this for every stranger I meet on the train.
Stranger, I thought we were getting married.
Yeah, there's nothing stranger than that.
From above, you hear these footsteps moving across the top of the train, and then there's going to be a gunshot fires out as outside the window you see on the on the ground there is just this snake at high speed and a prospector dripping everywhere. Lots of syrup falling onto the ground. You can see that the other snakes from your prospector friends are stuck in your syrup. So you're alone and having to deal with this on your own. The gunshot goes past your shoulder, squiggly diddly, and you just hear this man going, "Bring it back! Give it back! That was mine! Why have you taken it?"
I didn't, I swear. And at the same time, I'm hiding like a hand behind my back.
Okay, but that was my wedding ring. Why have you stolen my wedding ring?
I don't know what you mean, and I'm gonna try and throw it at you.
Okay, we're gonna
Sorry,
try.
Crystal Joe.
We're gonna try and throw it. So I'm
Is this a
gonna say,
handshake check?
I think it's a horse snake wrangling roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Squiggly Diddly to try and
Oh, God.
get this to a snake.
All right. 5.
So
It's not. It's a 6.
Wait, no, I've got a -1.
Oh, okay.
you roll 2d6.
Oh, okay.
And you are gonna -1 from it. And
Oh,
the way that this works is a 10 to 12 is a full success, and a 7 to a 9 is a mixed success.
This better be good. Okay. 8.
8 -1 is 7, so that's a mixed success. You take this wedding ring that you've stolen from this man and throw it towards our prospector on the train. Because it's a mixed success, I'm going to get you to try and make me a riding roll to see
Okay.
if you can stay on your snake as you're riding.
Ooh, that is an 11.
An 11, so that is a full success. This is like a very old snake, like this is your old faithful, and you watch as this wedding ring comes flying through the air towards you, and you reach out a syrupy hand and it just sticks into it. You've not grabbed it, it's just stuck to it.
Gold! Real gold!
I knew you'd like that one.
The man on the train will just like turn at you and then just like run and jump on, like to try and jump onto your snake. So he is going to launch himself off of the train.
I throw an unlit stick of dynamite
An unlit stick of dynamite. Okay, unlit is good, but let's make it a dynamite roll, please.
Ooh, double sixes. So that is 14.
You take this stick of dynamite, which is made from like candy rock, like a stick of rock. Don't light it. Throw it into the air, and somewhere in the middle, like time stops and slows down, and you hear like the introduction part of music to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which we're not gonna like. And in mid-air, you hit him straight between the eyes with this stick of rock, and we're moving on a train at high speed, so you hit him, but he falls back because of the speed of the train. As the train continues on, he's gone. You have a wedding ring, and you have the chance to either get onto this train or leave. You found real gold.
Well, so I wasn't looking for that really. I was looking for syrup, but I'm just gonna get on the train. Like I'm getting a bad back from being on riding this long.
The train is moving at high speed.
I try and jump onto it and just adhere with my syrup.
Okay, you're gonna just try and adhere to. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That is gonna be a ride and roll, unless you can argue for anything else.
I think that sounds like a ride and roll.
Perfect.
That is a 7.
A 7, so it's a mixed success. I think in this moment, Old Faithful is getting tired. You can see that these snake eyes are starting to like close at this point, and you go to jump, and you would hope that you would leave the snake behind, but because of your syrupy legs, you just take the whole thing with you, and you're stuck to the side of the train with your horse snake. It doesn't have legs, but it's just like trailing along, flying in the air. This snaky little
Faithful,
snake.
I'm sorry to do this to you. I'll get you up.
You lift this this is a big snake.
Yes, I'm gonna try.
You try and lift the whole snake up. So this is like a big reticulated python. What would you like to roll to try?
Can I try and help? Does that do anything?
Yeah, you
Is this wrangling snake, surely?
Oh yeah, snake wrangling is a thing. But you are absolutely welcome to help. So you would be rolling it as a flat roll.
Yep.
And you would be rolling it -1.
Yeah.
That is a 7.
Oh, okay, 11.
11 and
7.
7. Okay, so full success. Did you get 2 6s?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So you got full success, -1 for 11. So you get the mixed success and start to like heave this very old and tired snake into the air, and you reach down with your squiggly diddly syrupy hands and manage to like, just kind of like fold it into yourself and bring it onto the roof of the train. Inside, you watched all of this happen.
I know we were engaged to be married, but I think I've realised that I just want a different kind of life. A gooier life. A snakier life. And so, my dear, it's time for me to depart.
The man across the table starts to cry, and you watch as like hot liquid sugar runs down his face because everything's hot.
Yeah, very true.
So he starts to burn because it's hot sugar, and that's not nice. He's like, how could you do this to me?
My darling, diplomacy's never been one of my strong skills. When it's right, and when it's wrong, it's wrong.
Well, you told me we were going to bring world peace.
And we will, just separately.
But my father's the president of Candyland.
Something else.
But my father is the undersecretary to the president of Candyland.
Well, yes, and I've been trying to assassinate him for 5 years.
What? He takes a gun out.
Oh, I take 5 knives.
So you can roll me 2d6 to see if you can find a knife upon your person.
Oh, come on. Okay, what was that? 6 plus 2, 8.
That would just be flat because.
Is it not knife work?
Oh, it's knife work. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You get an 8, so you get a mixed success. You're looking for 5 knives. You find 2.
That'll do.
Okay, you have 2 knives. He's a gun.
Okay.
I don't want to do this.
Then don't. And then I'm going to cut off his wrist. I am not diplomatic.
I can't argue with that. Make me a knife work roll, please.
Thank you. Okay, 6 plus 2 is 8.
You go to cut off his wrist, and it's a mixed success. So what I'm going to say is instead you knock the gun out of his hand.
Okay, great.
And it falls onto the floor within your reach if you wanted to.
I don't like to bring a gun to a knife fight, so I might leave it there.
Well, I guess I'll be on my way.
Adieu. It was fun.
This is a moving train. I have nowhere to go, actually.
I think it's got toilets.
He opens the window and just closes it.
Wait, hold on. Is this the same window that Crystal Joe is stuck to?
Ironically, yeah. So he does that, and he just finds himself stuck inside a syrup man.
Nice.
Get out of there! That's for personal business only in there.
This is not going to plan. Can you pull me back in?
I would like to take a picture for social media.
He's trying to cover his face as you pull out your candy flip phone in the Western world that we're in.
Oh, yeah.
I will too, because he thinks he's good at social media. He's just not.
Oh, you're taking a photo as well.
I just will because everyone else is, and I think that's the thing to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 plus 1, 8.
Yeah, so you are able to take your phone out and take a picture. Mixed success, you get the picture, but if you look back on it later, you'll see that it's grainy and out of focus.
Nice. And I post it with the caption, dumped, lol.
His dad immediately likes it.
I got a 4.
A 4. You drop your
I
phone.
also got a 4.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Mine's not.
you're both on the top of this train, and then suddenly an earthquake hits. And you're trying to take photographs, and your phones are lost into the outback, wherever we are.
These goddamn earthquakes.
That's the 3rd one I've lost this week. Just gets out another Nokia, just like old brick ones.
So roll for Nokia, please. That's a 2d6 to see if you have a Nokia.
Double six again.
Double six again.
I've just got a sack of them.
That's what you've been like mining. You've been mining like Nokia
The Nokia
3310s.
Would you mind if I have
Oh, yeah, help yourself.
Thank you so much, sir.
Like the snake's looking at you. Like, and for the first time that we've established, the snake's going to talk to you. Like, can I play Snake on your phone?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you don't have hands, but go for it.
And will wrap itself around, like, it's still stuck to you and wraps itself around the phone and starts to play Snake. It's content.
Just give it a pat on the head.
So, he's still stuck in the man, and he's asked you, can you please put me back in?
I suppose, but only so I can adventure with this new gooey handsome man.
I mean, you're going to have to stick your hand inside me.
Buy me a drink first.
I mean,
Sorry.
Your ex-fiance is literally inside me.
Okay, I'll pull him out.
You say, like, buy me a drink first. Taya, can you roll me a drinks roll?
Yes.
8 plus 2, 10.
8 plus 2, 10. What does Lady Brittle like to drink?
Lady Brittle likes to drink a sweet lemonade.
A sweet lemonade.
Very sweet, because it replenishes her internal sugar stores, which is how she makes her sugar knives.
Okay, right, so that's another bit of world building. You make the knives out of yourself? Okay, that tracks. So you hear, Taya, Squiggly Diddly hears that Lady Brittle wants a drink first.
I just like appear, like I dangle down the side of the train and I'm like, oh well, I heard someone wanted a drink.
Oh my goodness, why am I southern now?
Sorry, people do that when they talk to me sometimes. I'm sorry, I
This
can't
must
help
be
it.
some good lemonade.
Only the best.
Cheers to that.
As you come down to serve this drink, you pull the man back in,
Yep.
and what you'll notice, Squiggly Diddly, is just a banner that says World Peace Building at the Ukulele Ball.
Oh my! Have y'all seen this?
Oh, my. I'm picking it up, too.
Well, I do love the ukulele ball every
And I
night.
do want world peace.
I suppose.
Well, what say we all have a night of celebration?
Yeah.
I think we've all made some grand achievements today in our lives.
To friendship.
To friendship.
And end the game. No, the train continues on. The man gets back in sheepishly and goes and sits at a seat in the back. The toilets are out of order. He's having a terrible day. He looks at his flip phone and sees that he's got 6 missed calls from his dad. If he listens to it, you'll just hear one of them just laughing. Hangs up again. And the train pulls into a station. And you see this large saloon that is the place that everyone goes to every single day for the ukulele ball and dances the ukulele at 6 p.m. It's around 5 right now. So you've got a bit of prep to do before you get there. Where would you all go if you were getting ready for the ball?
Let me have
Oh,
a
yeah.
Well, I think I serve the drinks at the ball. I think I help run
You're
it.
just going to work.
So I go in early and I help set up.
Okay, you go in early.
I can't stop doing the voice.
You go in early, and there is a bartender who's already on shift. Will look over towards you and just grunt and wave. What does this bartender look like? What do the audience think?
He's a huge humbug.
Oh, yeah.
So kind
Really
of
scrawny arms.
scrawny arms, a kind of brown and white hard-boiled sweet is what we see, pulling pints. And he's not serving them; he's just pulling them and putting them on the top of the bar top, and then someone else comes and takes them and puts them out. You're starting work. Good journey in.
Oh, well,
Commuting's always fun.
it's been a day. Mr. Humbug, does he have a name?
Mr. Humbug.
Mr. Humbug. I got away with a crime that I don't even know why I committed, but I think I made some new friends who are coming tonight, and I think we're all hoping that tonight we might make some real strides for that world peace.
What are the other two doing?
I would like to visit the blacksmith to hone my knives.
Wait, but you make them from yourself.
Yeah.
So, like,
So okay. What I'm trying to get at here is that these knives are made from hot sugar that has been tempered, and then I want to kind of sand it down, get it real sharp. Because my ultimate plan for World Peace is to assassinate the Undersecretary of Candyland.
yeah,
Depends
no,
on colour,
that's
yeah.
fair. You can go to the blacksmith, and what you see is a very attractive woman in like dungarees. She is essentially like, if you imagine Jessica Rabbit, but instead of like a cartoon woman, what you're seeing here is something made out of curly whirly. Very hot. She's melting a little.
Okay.
She's working the furnace.
Lady Brittle blushes.
Oh, hello. Knives. Back for more.
Knives to grind. Yes, please.
I love this character. She like spreads her arms and pushes against the wall of the furnace as another earthquake hits. Fourth one today. That's more than usual.
One of Lady Brittle's arms snaps off, but she just heats it up and puts it back on.
Oh, I mean, I could have made that into a knife for you.
Yes, she snaps it back off.
So she takes your arm and
Yeah.
she like throws it into the furnace. Won't take too long. We're burning hot right now, and you just watch your own arm melt.
Sick.
She'll like then take like a liquorice pot back out full of this.
Oh, she's fancy.
She's fancy. She knows what she's doing, and she takes this hot sugar, pours it into a mold, and will create essentially just another arm.
Amazing, but it's a knife, right?
Yeah, but it's still just an arm that looks like a knife. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, an appendage that is knife shaped.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
We're using our minds.
Yeah.
Like a shiv, but made out of you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, a brittle shiv.
Okay. Perfect. I would like to pay her for her work.
No payment needed.
Oh.
Something else.
That will be 100 gold, please.
Oh, luckily I know a prospector, so cool. I'll work on Is it alright if I get you to that after? Get that to you after the ball.
Oh, do you have anything to pay up front?
I can give you my thanks and appreciation.
She will take out a knife of her own.
Something else.
She will take out a small mouse. You wouldn't want to see him go hungry, would you? This is like a white chocolate mouse.
Oh no!
He's melting.
I
He
will.
coughs.
I will give him of my own flesh so that he may be sustained.
You break off your ear,
Yeah.
and this little chocolate mouse has a nibble on your ear.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Don't worry, Timmy. Christmas is coming this year.
I will bring you the gold for the mouse.
And like the mouse will wave at you and just like rub its hands together.
Oh, I like the mouse.
What you don't see is we like do like a smash cut to like the planning for the blacksmith, and this like mouse is in charge actually here, making the business plan. He's a landlord in town.
Oh, I gave my ear to a landlord?
You did, you did, and he's gonna sell it on.
I'll just make another one. It's all good.
You regrow an ear.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Thank you. That's kind.
eBay.
eBay.
What's our prospector doing?
So I think that as we've had like 4 earthquakes a day, like Crystal Joe is going to be basically go looking around any fissures to see if any Nokias have popped up out of the holes.
Okay, I would like you to make me a prospecting roll, please. There are lots of cracks in the ground that have popped up.
That is a 5. So
07 for -2.
yep.
Yeah. You look around looking for Nokias, and you're terrible at this job. And
Darn it!
you're looking for Nokias. There's nothing that's actually any good. And what are popping out of the ground are like the latest Samsungs and iPhones. You're like, I don't need any of that nonsense. Throw them behind, and there's just lots of like kids grabbing them and running off. Yeah, no Nokias, I'm
Darn
afraid.
it. Well, I guess I'll get ready for the ball. And he's just still wearing just his dungarees with nothing under. And he just puts a bow
Oh, of
tie.
course he's got nothing under. Great. Yeah.
Just a bow tie in addition to the dungarees.
Okay, and these dungarees are like soaking wet with melting syrup.
Oh yeah.
So like you're somehow managing to keep them on.
Yeah.
But occasionally you have to like pull it back up.
Like they've just absorbed into my shoulder and just yank.
Yeah. Yeah. As you've been looking for the Nokia, the snake's still attached to you.
Yep. Well, sorry, boy. There's no more playing Snake for you until I find some more Nokias.
Oh, the batteries run out on the Nokia. Like, he's like looking at you to charge it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, you can play like Peggle on this iPhone, I guess. That's
I don't want an iPhone. I want a Nokia 3310.
we'll find you one, boy. We'll find you one. We'll be okay.
Like your whole goal has now changed. You don't care about world peace.
Yeah.
You want a new Nokia.
Yeah.
So you're getting ready for the ball. You've went and got knives. You've
Yeah.
went prospecting and sorted yourself out. What is Squiggly Diddly doing right now?
So I've set all the drinks up, and now I'm just in the bathroom trying to make myself look pretty.
Okay. You're in the bathroom, and like in walks like another patron who will just kind of look at you and smile.
Oh well, mighty fine day to you there.
You here for the ball?
Oh, yes I am.
Have you seen? I'm looking for my husband.
What does he look like?
Well, he's made of licorice. He was on the train
He's
to
not
get.
a snake, is he?
No.
I'm not against that. but-
No. My mother was a snake. But no, my husband's a licorice man. He was on the train into town and didn't get off at the stop.
Well, I mean, there's been plenty of earthquakes today. I'm
Four,
sure.
I hear.
I'm sure nothing bad happened to him.
Flash cut back to the middle of the desert where the man who lost his wedding ring is just lying on the ground parched.
Oh.
It's licorice as well, so he's just starting to dry out.
Ew.
Squiggly Diddly like freezes and her eyes go wide, and then she just turns back and goes, "No, but maybe you should put up some posters or something."
Yeah.
That sounds so terrible. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, like a hot tea.
Just pull one out of nowhere.
That is incredible. But can you roll me a drinks roll as well, please?
Oh no. Wait, no, I've got bonuses. 5.
Yeah, that's still a failure, unfortunately. You go to like take this drink out, and you do take it, but in your anxiety around, is this the man that is in the desert right now? You take the hot tea and throw it on him. As another earthquake hits.
Oh, those damn earthquakes! I'm terribly sorry. Bad timing.
She starts to scream. It's like,
Bad timing. I'm just gonna try and like dab her with my skirt.
Okay, let's make a diplomacy roll. So that's just a straight roll for you.
7.
Okay, so you are able to like take your skirt and like dab the hot tea off of her. You see that she's been scalded. She is very upset. She's like, well, I didn't expect to be attacked at this business
Oh
today.
my lord.
Something else.
I came in here looking for a fight. Are you ready?
I can't say that I am, ma'am.
Pulls out a gun.
I'll pull out like a drink in a container and then smash it on the
So can you make me a drinks roll to see like what we take out here? But you're gonna smash a bottle.
7.
Okay, so you take out what you're hoping is going to be like a regular beer bottle to smash, and as you reach behind and pull out, this is like the largest bottle you could imagine. It's almost the same size as you, so you smash it, and you're essentially holding like a battering ram with shotgun.
I told you we don't mess around in this establishment, ma'am.
That is a mighty fine knife.
Why, thank you.
Where were you hiding that?
Well, a lady never tells her secrets, does she?
Well, I hear the word on social media is that you shouldn't bring in a gun to a knife fight, so perhaps I should.
Yeah, maybe you should go and think about what you've done and how disappointed your husband would be in you if he knew.
She'd let that. We'll start to like really take a moment of introspection. You're right. My husband would leave if he knew what I've done today.
Well, it's a good thing he doesn't. But maybe if you want to make up for your actions, you could help us in our fight for world peace.
I am not into that.
Oh,
World peace? Who wants world peace?
I do.
But I like a fight. I like fighting. It's one of my favourite things.
So, are you in the venue for the ukulele
Yes,
ball
we're
right
in
now?
the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Because I think that Lady Brittle.
You probably heard a big smash.
Yeah. So I think Lady Brittle would enter the bathroom, and she's dressed in like comically ornate ball gown. With a massive crown and tiara, with very long earrings, and she kind of swishes a cape over her shoulder to reveal her big knife. Is there trouble in here?
Well, somebody here brought a gun to a knife fight, and you know how we feel about that.
Be gone!
You barely have a moment to see what happens. It's like cartoon-esque. There's just like a puff of smoke and she's out the door.
And the little music, like she's skedaddling.
Yeah.
Like,
And out she goes.
Ma, that was mighty heroic of you, and you look splendiferous.
Well, thank you. You're not so unsplendiferous
Oh,
yourself.
stop it.
What is your name, dear friend?
Squiggly diddly, ma'am.
Oh, I am Lady Brittle.
Oh my, royalty.
I do declare.
Oh, well, thank you for coming to my assistance, Your Highness, and all that.
You know, my title is a burden. In fact, I desire world peace.
Well, that's what I desire too. I mean, I don't know if you saw, I got caught up in an awful mess on the train earlier, and I just think things like that wouldn't happen if we had world peace.
And so, to bring about world peace, I believe we must assassinate
Oh my.
the Undersecretary to the President of Candyland.
Well, why not the actual president?
Well, we're working up to that.
I see. Is there anything I can do to help in this noble quest?
Have you ever killed a man?
Yes.
Do it again!
Smash cut back to Squiggly Diddly's first time of killing a man.
It was a guy who came in to the saloon and was a real Karen about the drink that he ordered, and she produced perfectly. And he just kept asking to see the manager, and she turned around and was like, "You'll meet your final manager tonight." Broke up also.
And as we fade back to the present, we fade out from a scene of you in a back alley, just like garroting the man and leaving him there. No one knows who killed the former president.
What does Lady Brittle see on your face as you recall this?
Just like a very forced sweet smile. I do my part for world peace, ma'am.
I'm glad to hear it.
You hear the kind of low battery noise of a Nokia 3310 as the prospector walks in.
Well, howdy. I think I've come into the wrong bathroom here. I apologize profusely.
No, in Candyland, all bathrooms are gender neutral.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's added to the lore of the world. Absolutely.
Excellent. In that case, I'm meant to be here and everything is fine.
You're that fine gentleman who saved me earlier from that horrible man accusing me of things I didn't do.
Oh, you're welcome. Have you seen any Nokias in here?
Well, I have the one you gave me earlier, but if you don't mind, I'd like to hold on to that.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that was a gift, but
Thank you.
You get a little nudge at your side as this snake is looking
Oh.
at your phone. Do you have snake?
I do. I mean, it's already pre-installed, so I guess it's the least I could do.
He looks over at his dad.
if it's okay with the lady, I don't want it. It was a gift to you, so you have to give it back at the end, right?
Go crazy.
Thank you. We'll just like cuddle up in the corner of the bathroom and play Snake. Is very invested in this game. You then all hear like the first little notes of like the Deliverance like banjo, as like people are tuning up banjos and ukuleles.
It's time.
Oh, by the way, I overheard you planning to assassinate the Undersecretary, and I'm all in. This just sounds fun.
Okay, I didn't know if you were cool or not, but if you're cool, let's go.
We smash cut back to the prospector Crystal Joe reading the newspaper, and you're seeing that the Undersecretary to the President has been talking about reducing the number of Nokia mines.
Gosh darn it, he's one of these Apple man.
Like he what we've not established is what does this man look like?
Yeah.
He's a toffee apple.
Yeah.
So a toffee apple with legs and a big mustache.
He may seem sweet on the outside,
But he's...
but
I was just going to say he's tart, but that goes in an entirely different direction.
but if you eat too many of his seeds, you may get cyanide poisoning.
Yes.
Science!
A lot of apple seeds in which to get cyanide poisoning. A lot of them, so it's not a risk. You're fine.
Okay.
He's real big though.
He's a real big apple.
Big seeds like that.
The Undersecretary to the President. He was shutting down the Nokia mine, so that's why you're in.
Yeah.
So that brings you back from search for a Nokia to world peace, because they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're all in this bathroom together. You hear the tuning of banjos and ukuleles. The ball is beginning as 6 p.m. strikes on the clock.
Well, we better get dancing. It's mandatory.
This ball needs a bell.
Oh well, I think you'll be mighty fine.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
You exit back into the main room where the ball is beginning, and you see lots of different people from Candyland. You're going to see like, there's a very famous social media influencer at the back who is a gold bar, the
Gold?
Biscuit. But you look at them and you're like, I don't use social media. I've never seen that individual before. Is that gold?
Gold?
You make me a prospecting roll.
That is, which I'm very bad at, 3.
3. You see gold, and you want it.
I just like get out the tiniest stick of dynamite.
At the back, this influencer is just taking selfies on like a Nokia. So you see both a Nokia and gold. You take out a stick of dynamite, in a room full of people.
It's like this big.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
the tiniest dynamite you've ever seen.
Yeah.
What are you doing with it?
I'm gonna go slip it in his pocket.
Okay.
Well lit, obviously.
Can you go and please make me a handshaking roll as a kind of like sleight of hand?
Or would this be a staying quiet roll?
Yeah, staying quiet actually. Yeah.
4.
4. Okay.
Just
What
like sizzling really loud.
it's the small dynamite, but it's basically a firecracker.
Yeah.
That you like go to slip into their pocket, and it immediately just explodes, and you watch as this gold bar influencer just scattered across the room. A Nokia flies into the air, and your sight is it's such a sight to behold. You have not noticed the gold, just the phone. The rest of you watch a really famous person explode.
1,000 gold pieces, you say? For the mouse!
The mouse is like here. And the mouse is just like doing the ukulele already, and is dancing with a little tortoise. It's very cute, but they're both landlords. So they watch all the gold, and the mouse will look towards you and be like, you can collect up 100 bits of gold from this exploded influencer. Another earthquake rocks the room, and it seems as though people are focused on the earthquake and not the explosion. This
Convenient.
influencer explodes, but only you two see this because you're too busy looking at the Nokia. You haven't really noticed what you've done. Can I get you, please, to make me let's make it a geology roll to try and grab the rock that you want.
That is a 9.
A 9, so that is a success. The Nokia that you reach out for, and with a 9 you're able to grasp onto it. But as you grab it, you just see like a tail come in, and you just lock eyes with your snake.
It's all yours.
I'll keep it safe. This other one's got lots of charge, so I'll keep this one safe. Tucks it away. Well, actually, before he does it, we'll just lick it, just to check it's a Nokia 3310. Because if you're a geologist, one of the things they'll do is lick rocks to find out what they are. So this snake licks the phone.
You don't want a 3320. That's fool's 3310.
We'll tuck it away. It's definitely a Nokia. I think we've done a good job. You're gonna get world peace.
Yeah, let's do it.
As this all happens, you both watched it, and as the explosion dissipates, you see standing at the top of the stair a huge, round coffee apple with a hat on.
Sorry. I'm so embarrassed. It's him.
What exactly is the plan here, ma'am?
Apple!
Oh my lord.
Oh yeah, I want to kill that guy too.
So you scream apple, and he will lock eyes with you. Like, I hear you dumped my son.
Someone had to.
Yeah, am I right?
Wait, what?
He's a loser.
Okay. You. That's rich for you to say, Undersecretary.
Well, now that you're newly single, I'm looking for a new mother for my son.
Something else.
My son is looking for a new teacher.
Something else.
My son died on the train.
Well, it wasn't me.
Are you sure about this?
Maybe he died of a broken heart. It's happened before.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Yeah.
Like that guy exploded.
does
He died of a
happen,
broken
I've
heart
seen
too.
By the way, I'm here to kill you.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna kill you so we can get world peace. And we're not gonna eat seeds because that'll be very dangerous.
Why
But yeah,
do people
that's
always
the
talk
plan.
about eating my seeds? That seems very personal.
I don't know. It's Candyland. You might want something a little bit different, you know.
Sometimes the teeth start to rot a little bit, and well, you got that fruity center.
He starts to run.
I run after him.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to make a roll for that.
Yeah.
Which one do you think you'd want to make?
If I take a lot of selfies while I'm doing it, is it social media? I want to vlog the murder.
You go
Oh,
on
TikTok live.
You're on live stream. You're
Yes.
TikTok live. Yeah. So what do you say to all your followers?
Hi there, girls. It's time. We're gonna get world peace. I'm about to assassinate this guy. Now, come run with me. Okay, today I'm wearing the Candyland 5000 trainers, and you can get 50% off if you use my promo code KNIFE.
Social media roll, please.
Thank you. Oh, 8 + 1 is 9.
9. Okay, perfect. You absolutely are able to put this message out onto it. When you watch it back later, you'll realise that there was probably only 2 people watching.
One
But
of them
like,
was me. As I run after you.
yeah,
Yes.
you're like, keeping up with everything that's
Oh,
going
she's
on.
so wonderful.
He
I'm gonna use that code later.
He runs out of the saloon from the top floor, like launches himself out of a window and onto the back of another moving train, which happens to be passing past the saloon.
Okay. I want to stab my knife arm into the chain to climb aboard.
Okay, knife work, please.
Yeah.
Is the prospector following?
Yeah. Up on that snake, we'll catch up.
All right, if you're sure.
Okay, you're
8.
both on the old faithful snake. An 8, you manage to like stab your arm in successfully, but then you feel a big crack in it.
No! How hot is it?
Well, everything's hot. This is very hot.
Okay, I can work with this. Okay, so hold on, I hear it crack. So knowing that it's gonna break, I take the initiative. I just break it off and then like flip in through the window.
Okay, so you're gonna flip your arm off.
Please do not make me roll for that.
Yeah, I think I need to make you roll for that.
It's a knife work roll.
But I'm gonna make it a staying quiet roll.
Ooh, okay. Thank you for that. That's great. 4 minus 1 is 3.
Okay, you take your whole arm and like stab it into the train, and it will come through at the other side. And inside there's just a bunch of like train robbers with shotguns. Like, I thought we were the only ones doing this job today. And one of them will just like raise the gun and shoot at the ceiling.
No.
So I'm gonna get you please to make a shooting roll to try and avoid being shot.
Okay. Oh yeah, 11.
Okay, they blow a hole in the roof, and it will just move right past it. Basically, where your arm was, as you break it off.
Nice.
And the gun pellets will move past. But you
Okay.
can never see a hole inside. There's a whole bunch of robbers that are aiming guns at the ceiling now.
Okay.
As we catch up, I throw a dynamite through the window. But like
Yep. You take out a stick of dynamite. Is this a bigger one?
it's like a medium one.
Medium one. Okay.
Yeah.
You take out a medium stick of dynamite and throw it in through, or attempt to throw it in through
Yep.
the window.
That is maths. 8.
8. Okay, so that's a mixed success. So you throw it and try to make it go through this hole that has been blown, and because it's a little bit bigger than a small firecracker, this is not a huge hole that's been made, so it's just going to get lodged into the hole. So it's sitting at the edge of the train itself, right next to where our Lady Brittle is. It's fizzing.
Can I kick it in the hole?
You can attempt to kick it in the hole.
I'd like to attempt to kick it in the hole.
That's going to be...
Could I knife it in the
you
hole?
can knife work at that.
Stab the dynamite.
Okay, that's 8 plus 2 is 10.
Okay, you like take your knife and like shove this dynamite right into the hole. It is gonna explode in a shower of sparks and candy, and you just watch as this whole trailer starts to disconnect from the one in front. And the toffee apple will turn and laugh like, "You'll never catch me."
As the explosion goes off, I want to stick both my arms in it so I have 2 more candy knives.
Okay, yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reload.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to run towards the carriage with the toffee apple.
Okay.
And I want to like jump over.
Like Terminator 2.
Yeah. It's very Terminator 2, or Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible, reloading your fists.
Yeah.
You can make me a riding roll for riding this train.
Come on, train! Okay, no. That's 4.
4. You start to run. You reload your fists, and then this has never happened before. Shoot the fists, and the candy flies out of your hands. This is new. You have brought a gun to a knife fight.
Oh no.
My code of honor.
I'm just gonna shout across. I mean, they still look like knives, so it's kind of a grey area.
Thank you, Squidly. Why am I speaking like this?
I'm sorry, it's just the effect I have. It's not my fault.
Okay.
Can I get Squiggly Diddly to make a diplomacy roll, please?
6.
6. Okay, with a 6, it's not hugely convincing for Lady Brittle. You have still broken your code.
I want to fire my knives in the air like, no!
Make a shooting roll.
Oh, God.
Just gonna like cover my head.
9.
Okay, a pigeon falls from the sky.
A sugar pigeon?
Yeah, a sugar pigeon.
Okay.
That you've shot, and will just like land sadly.
Is it related to the fact that I shot my sugar knives in the air, or is it just...
Yeah, you shot
I
it.
shot it? Okay, great.
Yeah, you shot this pigeon with
Sorry.
your knife hands.
Okay.
It will land sadly onto the floor, and you'll just watch as a coyote comes and takes it.
A sugar coyote?
Well, everything's candy.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, everything here is candy. This is Candyland. you've got these guns. You've
Yep.
killed a pigeon.
Yeah.
The toffee apple will turn, and he's got a saber. He has a gun and a knife fight. The other two are riding along.
I'm gonna use my powers of geology to summon an earthquake so we can like surf on the earthquake wave to catch
Okay.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is turning into June, like ride the worm. Geology roll, please.
That's cocked. That's not cocked. That is a 7.
A 7. Okay, so you, what does it look like as you try to like summon an earthquake?
To me, powers of the earth, let us wave forward to catch our foes.
Wait, has it been you the whole time? All of our issues, all of
no,
those
this
buildings
is just a little-
destroyed. Is it
No, this
Crystal Joe?
Smash
little
cut
guy.
back to you as a small child, realizing the first time you caused an earthquake. Your parents like left you in a street corner so that we can't.
is that we can only communicate with you via Nokia. We have to stay far away.
We need something indestructible.
Yeah.
And you are able to like begin to cause an earthquake to happen. You're looking for a wave on which to ride your liquorice snake
Yes.
to get you up onto this train. And as you do, as it was a mixed success, an earthquake does hit.
Yeah.
But what it will do instead is open up a chasm in front of the train.
Oh.
Which
Ah,
is
close
gonna-
enough.
It's close enough. But we do have Lady Brittle on this train. And you've got this knife facing down upon you. Before we come back to you, Squiggly Diddly, do you do anything?
These snakes that you're on, I'm not very good at it, I must admit. Is there nothing we can throw to her to pull her off? Is there no reins? I really don't know how we ride these
Can
things.
I just sort of whip a long, sticky strand of syrup?
Like a lasso.
Yeah.
And you're going to try and grab what with this?
Grab Lady Brittle.
Or to pull off the train?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make that a wrangling roll.
A wrangling roll. 7.
Mixed success, so I think what you're going to do is grab onto Lady Brittle, but rather than pull off, you're going to like, make her slip. So you have a knee on the ground, and in that moment the toffee apple will run up and hold the blade at your throat.
Lady Brittle says, "Do it, you coward!" and spits in his face. Is that a diplomacy roll?
That is going to be a diplomacy roll.
Oh, what? I got an 8 minus 2 is 6.
Okay, he will just like laugh in your face.
You think this is funny, do you? I don't think there's anything funny about world peace. A peaceful world where pigeons are no longer shot from the sky, where fights no longer break out in toilets, and where apples like you are no longer rotten to the core!
I'm live streaming this. I've looked here out. I'm on my life.
I want to stab him with my knife arms.
Okay, can I get you please to make me a social media roll, Taya?
And I've like hashtagged it with like bad apples exposed. 9.
9, okay, that is a mixed success. So you are live streaming it really well. The sound's a little muffled, but you get like the scream will come through of rotten to the core through this live stream, and people start to share it across social media.
Okay.
People are beginning to realize that perhaps this toffee apple is not all he is cracked up to be. Maybe that sugary coating on the outside hides something inside. Whether that is going to be his rotten flesh, his seed that we've talked about multiple times now, or his ideology, which is all about reducing the mining of Nokia 33 pounds. And as that is happening, the communication that people are able to have around this world is reducing. Because people don't know how to use Samsungs, they don't know how to use the new level Apple, they only know how to use Nokia 3310. And as this mining's reduced, that means that people are not able to share information quite as much.
That's a tragedy.
And misinformation's growing. And that is helping him in his ploy to assassinate the president and become the president of Candyland.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
So what are you doing at this moment?
I'm just stabbing him.
Knife work, please.
Yeah.
Can I add to that and
Yep.
say I quickly shape a dynamite into a knife and throw it to you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get you to make a dynamite roll,
Yep.
please.
That is 9.
Okay, so you like take some of your own kind of syrupy self and like manage to like cause that stick of dynamite to melt even further and then blade onto the end. And at the tip of the blade is a fuse which you're going to throw onto the train, catch it at that screaming of rotten to the core, and go to him.
11 plus 2 is 13.
Okay.
Get him, Lady Brittle.
Explain to me how you slice this apple.
Okay. So she's been waiting for this for a long time, and she was dating the son to kind of get closer to him, and it really wasn't worth it because he would just keep going on these long rants, and she just wasn't interested. But she had to keep up the act. So now she's letting all of that rage flow through her. You know, she's trained to be a lady, but sometimes a lady has to do what's wrong to do what's right. So she braces herself. Her core is engaged. Her eyes are on the prize, and she just pushes into, and it's like she doesn't even feel that there's a being in front of her. It's like she's slicing into all the wrongs in the world, and she's gonna tear it apart and make something new and beautiful in Candyland. It's healing and cathartic.
Cathartic healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stabbing.
That's the Venn diagram. They all come together. You do this, and he will.
How you like them apples?
I'm gonna make that into a hashtag.
Social media role, please.
7.
7, okay. So the hashtag does take off a
Nice.
little bit,
Nice.
but the first time it's posted, everything's in lower caps. So, you hit this apple. How do you like them apples? And then the front of the train starts to descend into a chasm that has been opened by the earthquake caused by the prospector. He like laughs once again and starts to fall back as his eyes begin to close. What do?
I mean, I wanted world peace. My goal's been achieved. So I think I look to the sky with my knife hands and shout, "Witness me!"
And you just stay on the train?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could climb down my sticky arm.
Really, you could jump. You could make it onto the snake if you tried.
Diplomacy
Oh.
rules, please.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Convince me.
5.
6.
That's 2 failures. Witness me as your last words as this train descends into the chasm created by that earthquake. What are your final thoughts?
That was pretty cool. That was pretty sick, yeah.
And
I'm
as this train falls into this chasm that's been created, you continue to fall. And you don't hit anything. You just keep going. And everything goes dark. And you wake up in a strange place. You're sat at a table across from a handsome man.
Are you rich?
Incredibly.
I kind of done that already. And she walks away.
And as you look at yourself, you're no longer made of candy. What are they made of?
Worms.
It's like that scene in Everything Everywhere All at Once where everyone's got like sausages for fingers. You look at your hands, which were normally knives, and instead you see worms wriggling.
I can work with this.
Back in Candyland,
I'm vlogging the death. And she gave her life for a noble and just cause, so that now we can reform our government and fulfill her final wishes in this world. Hashtag how do you like them apples?
what does our prospector do?
I think with world peace achieved and the Nokia mines reopened, he's just sort of like, finally, my life's work is achievable once again. But he's actually looking the entire wrong direction because he's shit at prospecting.
Yeah, make a prospector roll.
Ooh. 7 minus 2 is 5.
5. Yeah, like you've been through a lot, but you're still not very good at prospecting. Your snake at every point is just following behind, collecting all of these phones that you think are worthless, and is like putting them into a bag. And we kind of cut to the evening as the snake sneaks out and goes to the black market and is selling the Samsungs on the black market.
And and the shop owner goes, I do like them apples.
And what is the last thing that Squiggly Diddly is doing?
Pouring myself a big old glass of apple juice.
Yes.
And I just sit at my bar after we've closed and everyone's gone home, and I just take a long, hearty drink. And I raise a toast to my friend Lady Brittle and all she achieved with her final actions.
The credits roll. They go on for a long time. There's lots of characters that are made of candy in these credits. And then as you get to the end of the credits, everything goes black. And then flash up for a post-credits scene. As watching you speaking to this handsome gentleman in the diner that you're in, a worm-fingered man takes a bite into an apple.
Oh.
Smiles. I'll have my revenge.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
All of that. And that's when you awaken in a strange place. Folks, we are Science and Sorcery. We are a group of science communicators who put together actual plays that focus on science and STEM and social justice and the intersections between all of those things. We're going to go along and introduce ourselves once again, starting with Alex and where people could find you if they
Hi,
want to.
I'm Alex. You can find me on Blue Sky at alexjholt.bluesky.whatever. We have stickers. Come get stickers if you want stickers.
I'm Rachel. You can find me on Blue Sky at Sci with Rach, like science, SCI with Rach. Or you can find me at UCL where I research hearing loss when I'm not a candy lady.
Hi, I'm Taya. You can find me at Taya Campbell-Over on basically every social media. And you can also find me at Damsels in Distress or Damsels D&D to see me be a gay Regency lady.
And can people see that today?
Yes, people can see that today at 2 o'clock in the other room. If you want to come along and see the one I don't know how it's pronounced. That one. Yeah, you can come and see us live at 2 if you fancy it.
And I am Sam. I have been your game master for this game. I'm a science communicator. Love to play lots of different tabletop role-playing games. And if you want to watch more of what we do, next week we are running 2 really cool games online. We're running a Discworld TTRPG, raising money for the Alzheimer's Research UK. So come and join that if you really enjoy Terry Pratchett. And next Friday we have a Wonder Home game in collaboration with the Museum of Homelessness, as we talk about the kind of worrying rise of people who have experience of homelessness, especially around the holidays. So you can find us at twitch.tv/Science and Sorcery or at Science and Sorcery across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky, everywhere really. And thank you all so much for coming and listening to our very silly game.